Hey comic book fans, your pal David here to give you guys your comic fix. Now this is the third part and the last part of this week in reviews. In my previous video I did some reviews of American Vampire, iVampire, Batman Inc., Batman the Dark Knight, and Astonishing X-Men. So if any of those books entice you, I have a link to the video below. Now I'm going to start things off with All-Star Western issue number 11. In here we see the crime Bible versus the Court of the Owls, and in the middle we have Jonah Hex and his crew. Now will they make it out, or will Jonah Hex just win the day? Well, you have to read the book to find out. Things I love about this book is that they're taking the Court of Owls versus the crime Bible, and just seeing these two villain guys clash at each other, it's just so great to see. And you get a really good sense of where the Court of Owls started. And also with Jonah Hex in there, and you see a panel with his scars on his back, and you're just like, holy cow, what has this guy really been through? There's some great scenes to be had, some fun to be had, and just a fun read. I'm going to give All-Star Western issue number 11 a 4 out of 5. Definitely worth $3.99. And I hardly say that about any book, but this book in particular has just been really good. Next up is Voodoo. Voodoo is closer to finishing her mission to find the blue fire. Now this blue fire is supposedly supposed to destroy the superheroes of Earth. Now will she complete her mission, or will she be stopped? Well, you just have to read this book to find out. This book has been just one roller coaster of a ride. So many times in comics you're reading it and you know where it's going. Not with Voodoo. When she started, when I started reading the series, I just did not know where it's going. And to see where it's going, it's just amazing to see the roller coaster ride that I'm put on. And it's sad to see that this book is going away. This book is definitely on the top of my list of the DC comic books that are coming out. And I hope that the reason why that people are, not picking this up is because they thought that this book was all about her being a prostitute or a stripper, because that was just in the first issue, and I will admit that was it wasn't done as well as it should have been. But ever since then, this book has been fantastic. I cannot recommend this book anymore, and I'm sad to see it go. And I think, and maybe you guys could comment, I think Vertigo is doing a series with Voodoo. If it's so, let me know. So I'll give Voodoo issue number 11 a 4 out of 5. A fun book, and it's just a roller coaster ride I think that everyone should go on, and just support this book. I mean, I'm just so sad to see this book go away, because it's just so good. And it makes the Demonites seem so much more powerful than what I've seen in other books. Next up is Superman. In here we see Superman going on a double date with Lois and Lois's sister and Lois's boyfriend. And just some fun scenes to be had. I mean, the last 2 issues of Superman I've been having so much fun with. And during this double date, they get a call that something's happening in Russia, and they have to go and investigate. So Clark Kent goes as Superman and goes off to Russia. Now, what will he find in Russia? Well, you just have to read to find out. So, as I've been saying previously, that Superman, the last 2 issues have been really good and just fun to see. I like how they have Lois and Clark interacting with each other, and just seeing the little mind games that they play with each other, and just fun to see. And I'm hoping that once Scott Liddell comes onto this book, he keeps on with the pace that Dan Jurgens has put this book on, because he's put this book right on track, and it's definitely making some good momentum. Which this could be a really good series if it keeps on going down this path. And it was nice to see that Superman facing off against a villain that was stronger, or as strong as he is. Because we have only been seeing mindless villains in this whole entire series, and now to see a villain that goes toe to toe with Superman, fantastic. So I'm going to give Superman issue number 11 a 4 out of 5. Another really good book this month, and just the good times keep on rolling. Next up, it's a Flash. Now, in here we get Heat Wave. And there was one thing that was getting really troublesome with this whole entire series, is that after the 5th issue, it's been villain of the week type of thing with this book. But now it feels like that all these villains of the week is coming to a head. And in the annual, we're going to see all the plot lines come together. And it's nice to see that that will be actually happening. We do get a plot line coming together, and with why hasn't he been using his speeding of the mind to get out of situations? Well, because he was afraid to. Because ever since the last time he used it, he almost got shot in the head. So just some good stuff to have. Now, will Flash be able to beat Heat Wave? Well, you just have to read to find out. But just know, this is a fun book. One of those books that, even though the main artist is not on the book right now, and he's doing, I think he's going to come back after the 0 issue. But even though they have the substitute artist in there, it's still a really good job. And it's nice to see that all the plot lines are coming together, because I did not see that coming. I thought, how are they going to get this mess all back together? And I did like what they were doing with Barry Allen and his new identity. So it's just a really fun book, and I recommend anybody to pick this book up. I'm going to give The Flash issue number 11 a 3.5 out of 5. A fun book. Next up, and the last book of this month, is Teen Titans. If you look at Wonder Girl, she's in this really cool armor. And I love the opening sequences of this book where you see that armor coming out of her and how it's ripping through her skin to come out. And as this is happening, a villain comes in and is destroying the penthouse that the Teen Titans are living in. Now, will they be able to beat this villain? Or will this villain be able to destroy their penthouse and everything that they stand for? Well, you just have to read the book to find out. There's some points in this book where Bonker went and put out a thing on Craigslist for a superhero team to join the Teen Titans, because Red Robin was talking about disbanding the Teen Titans after all the stuff that happened with the cooling vent. And there's this terrific scene as he's telling the story, and Kid Flash hears it, and you see the next panel coming in, but you see Kid Flash wiping it away really quickly and talking to him, saying, "Man, haven't you seen How to Catch a Stalker or whatever?" It was just a really fun scene. There's some good art in here, but there is something that I really dislike about this artist, is that when you're introduced into any male, they always have the same face. That's one of the things I really dislike about this book. You can't really differentiate between the characters. The only reason I could differentiate between Bunker and, let's say, Superboy and Red Robin is because of the little goat thing he has. So that's one of the bad things about this book. But it's a pretty good issue, and ever since the cooling event, this book has been becoming a little bit better with each issue. And I can't wait to see where it goes, especially with Wonder Girl. Will this cool outfit just destroy her? Well, it's just a fun book to be had. I'm going to give Teen Titans issue number 11 a 3.5 out of 5. Fun book, even though the art, especially for the male characters, can be a little off. So that's it for this week. It's been a terrific week. In my next video, I'm going to be doing my reviews, or my pick of the month. So look forward to that. And I'll see you guys on another fix. Oh yeah, and you guys can follow me on Twitter at FalconXXL. I'll see you guys on the next fix.